Joey knows the plan.
Oh, you know how to work this?
Yeah, you basically just look forward. You don't have to stare at it. For the people at home that don't know who you are, because obviously you had a little bit of an issue. Yeah. Who are you?
My name's CJ. Should I look at the camera or look at you?
Me or the camera. That's the good part about it.
My name's CJ Botsolas. Played with Tampa Bay Damage since the beginning. Partly because I own it. Well, it might be. Yeah, you can say that. But I've been involved in paintball for almost my whole life. Always at a recreational level, though. Never want to take it serious until about say almost 7 years now. So. I've been gone from the team for a few years. Some real life stuff happened. I injured my knee in a skiing accident. Tore my ACL. Had to have surgery to have that repaired. Went through a couple of other issues with my back. A couple of other issues that we won't mention in this interview. And have been physically rehabilitating myself for going on almost 2.5 years now. And that's why I haven't been around. So I'm very excited to get the opportunity to get back onto the field and try to shoot some people, get the gun in my hands, and see if I can have some fun with my guys and benefit the team in any way.
So in 2012, Damage had what most teams would consider a stellar year, finishing second in both leagues. From an outsider's perspective looking in, from where you stand and what we hold our team at, do you feel that was a good year for Damage, or do you think that was just another year?
2012, I mean, after seeing what I've seen in paintball and seeing what our team can do and knowing how the sport works, how it's evolved, I can tell you right now that that was a very, very average type of performance for our kind of a team. There's no reason to think that any event that we're not playing in, I believe, and I know everybody else on this team thinks, that we can win any event that we're playing. Things happen, and that's, you can't win them all. But there's no reason that we shouldn't be playing for first and second in every event. So I would say we underperformed. I'm not dissatisfied with the season in any way. I feel that it was good for our team in a lot of ways because I think we grew in a lot of ways that we wouldn't have grown if it had been different. Maybe we would have went on to repeat as a defending champion. Maybe we would have won all the events. That would have been great too. But at the same time, I can tell you right now that there's been a lot of things internally that has happened with this team that have provided a catalyst for this team to grow in a lot of ways that other teams might not have been fortunate enough to have. And you're probably going to see, hopefully, the result of that on the field this next season.
I just want to go over a couple quick things real quick. The whole paintball world is talking about how losing Justin, Dave, and Mouse is this huge ordeal, and the Damage is now in a rebuilding phase. Just a quick rundown. How big of a hole do you think Dave Bain's left? Do you think this is something that's going to affect us this year, or do you think it's something that we're going to be able to get past easily?
I can address that pretty easily. I would certainly say that Damage is definitely not in any kind of a hole. The players that we've picked up, if you look at our history over the years, we've always tried to find somebody that fit in with our group of players, that fit our niche. And when we needed somebody, we would put our feelers out there, and we would only bring in somebody that we felt was good for our team and fit the general ideas and felt the same way about the sport and had the same commitment level and had the same kind of drive that we did. Losing Dave, first off, I can tell you that he's one of my good friends at paintball. Yeah, I mean, it's a loss. At the same time, it's not something that we feel like, well, because we've lost him, we're not going to be able to perform at a high level in any way. What Dave brought to the team were a lot of intangibles. He's also a great player, and he's won a ton of world titles. Nobody's taken that away from him. So that's one thing. As far as Mouse, I don't know him that well. I just met him for the first time at World Cup. Seems like a good kid. Likes to play paintball, that's for sure. But he really wasn't with our team that long. So the fact of the matter is we did pick him up for an event. He needed to try to find a home. Didn't work out. It's not a big deal at all. It wasn't something that we were looking for, that we needed to fill a hole. It was a welcome addition. He played good. Just didn't work out. That doesn't set us back, in my opinion, either. Losing Justin, I don't think that sets us back that much either. We're pretty deep on the Snape side. He was with us now for, was it 2 seasons or 3?
1 season.
He was with us for 1 full season in the PSP.
1 season and then 7.
Justin's a really good player. Always, plays paintball very methodical. He's an aggressive, a good player, like all around the field. never take anything away from him. Does it hurt us that much? Again, like I said, on our snake side of the field, we have a lot of depth, and I think we're building from within our own group of guys. We have our core group of guys that have brought us here. These were players that kind of filled in missing parts. With Brian coming back, I think that, losing Justin, I would say that it's just one of those things where it's, he decided to go another way, and we're fortunate enough to have Brian back, and we'll see what happens.
One big question, probably one of the bigger pound-for-pound losses of the season was losing Coach Paul Richards.
Yeah.
How do you think that's going to affect it? And do you think that SK is going to be a easy fit in there, or what's your opinion on that?
That's an interesting question too. I would have to say that a lot of people have probably speculated that losing Coach was probably the biggest loss for us. Maybe not some of the players that have left. I guess I would offer that, Coach was there with us from the beginning, and I think things have kind of run its course. It's never to take anything away from Coach. I respect him. I love the guy. Have a great relationship with him. Things just got to a position for us and him that we felt like maybe something's got to get shaken up a little bit. I wasn't around as much as I was in the previous years, and maybe things just came to a head, and something had to give. And what gave was we decided that we might want to make a change. We broached it with him. He felt like he might be okay with it. We had some preliminary talks, and eventually we decided that maybe the best thing for him to do was to figure out if he could go somewhere else and make a better fit. And that's what I think he did, and he'll always be there for us. He's just with another team now, and with SK coming in, I think it's going to be nothing but good for us. I'm excited.
What's your prediction for 2013 at Tampa Bay Damage? Where are we finishing?
I'll tell you this. If we finish anything below second, I would be disappointed. So if we're playing for first and second, I'm happy. I'd like to win as many events as possible, just like anybody who plays paintball. But most importantly, we have our core group of guys back, and it's also about having fun. So I think this year is going to have a lot of that. So.
All right, we'll sit down more and do a more in-depth interview with you later. Appreciate the time you spent with us today.